Hello students, greetings to one and all. And in this video lecture we are going to start off with a poem from the book Beehive, that is Rain on the Roof, and it has been penned down by Curtis Kenny. Okay, so a bit of information about the poet Curtis Kenny. So remember, as I've told you earlier in the previous classes and in the videos as well, that the name of the poet is extremely important from the examination point of view. So you should remember the name of the poets of all the poems by heart. Okay, and he was an American poet, and he was also a journalist, and he was a politician. Okay, now before we read, there are a couple of questions. The first one being, do you like rain? You can ask yourself whether you are quite a lot fan of the rainy season of the monsoons or not. What do you do when it rains steadily or heavily? Describe everybody. Does everybody have a cozy bed to lie when it rains? So you need to answer these questions. You can answer them on your own. Okay, moving on, these questions are basically based on your personal judgments, rather personal interests, I would rather say. Theme of the poem. The poem tells us about the poet's feelings on the rainy day. The poet recounts his feelings when he listens to the pattern of the rain. He starts recalling all his past memories when he was lying on his cottage cozy bed. The poet explains how the rain heals our pain, especially when we listen to the pattern of the rain on the roof. Pattern of the rain means over here the tapping sound of the rain on the roof. Tapping sound of the rain on the roof. He recollects all the pleasant memories of the past, especially associated with his mother. The rain is thus an instrument of beautiful memories of the past. So this can be considered as the theme of the poem, that the rain is the instrument, or is an instrument of the beautiful memories of the past. Okay, and also whenever it rains, he gets busy in recollecting all the memories, and especially the memories of the days that he had spent with his mom, or the memories of the days associated with his mom. Okay, moving on with the first stanza. When the humid showers hover over all the starry spheres, and the melancholy darkness gently weeps in rainy tears, what a bliss to press the pillow of the cottage chambered bed and lie listening to the pattern of the soft rain overhead. This is the first stanza where he describes the rain, where he's describing the rain, and he's saying that when the humid showers means over here clouds hover over the starry spell, when the clouds are all over the sky and covering the sky, which was a starry one. Starry means sky at night. Starry sky means sky at night with stars. Okay, the melancholy darkness. Melancholy means the sad darkness. The sad darkness means during the night. The sad darkness, because darkness is always related to sadness, you can say. Okay, so the sad darkness gently weeps in rainy tears. So this darkness, it appears that the darkness is crying, and the tears of these darkness, they fall as rain. And then when it rains during the night, what do? I feel blessed. Blessed means blessed. And then I make myself comfortable by pressing the pillow of my cottage chambered bed and lie listening to the pattern again, tapping sound of the rain, of the soft rain overhead. Right now we are talking about the soft rain. We are not talking about thunderstorms. We are talking about the gentle downpour. That is what is being mentioned out here. So he says that when these clouds, they cover the entire sky, which was earlier covered with stars, then this darkness, it assumes, it looks like that this darkness is in a sad mood, and then this darkness starts to weep, and the tears of the darkness, they pour down as rain. And I myself feel quite a lot blessed when I experience this rainfall, and then I make myself comfortable by pressing the pillow, making myself comfortable, and then quietly and calmly listening to the music or to the sound of the rain overhead. Okay, moving on with the next paragraph. So now over here we have got figure of speeches. The definitions of and the explanation of the figure of speeches have been done earlier. So like we have H and H, so this becomes alliteration. Okay, this becomes alliteration. Melancholy, darkness, as darkness is completely a non-living thing, and melancholy is the quality of a living thing, that is sad. So darkness cannot be sad, but over here it is in the poetic device has been used, that is known as personification. When the qualities of a living thing are being given to a non-living thing. That is known as personification. Moving on with the next paragraph, stanza 2. Every tinkle means the sound of the drop on the roof. On the shingles meaning the wooden roof, or the wooden tiles that are used for making the roof, or wooden roof we can say over here, has an echo in my heart. Then he says that the sound that the drops of rain they make, it directly echoes in my heart, and 1,000 dreamy fancies into busy being start. Then what I do when I start listening to these sounds, I kind of go in my world of dreams and recollection of memories. I start thinking about my past. I start thinking about the days which have gone by and the days which I used to love, and thousands of recollections weave their air threads into woof. So then he says, then I start collecting memories from the days which I've lived. Then I start recalling my memories, and these memories are like threads, and I can kind of weave these threads into a woof. I'll show you the woof in the next slide. As I listen to the pattern of the rain up on the roof. So while I'm listening to the pattern of the rain on the roof, I start recollecting all the memories of my past, and then see, this is a woof. See, these are the threads, and when these threads are woven together, it forms a woof. This structure here, this is known as a woof. Okay, this one. Now in memory comes my mother, she used in years agone. Agone means ago. So now when I'm there in my room, in my cottage bed, lying comfortably, thinking about my past, then I remember my mother. So his mum is no longer with him, she's passed away, so he's still remembering his mum. To regard the darling dreamers, to regard means to convey her love, to show her love to the darling dreamers. Darling dreamers means had the poet and his siblings, brothers or sisters. Before she left them till the dawn. Before she left them till the dawn means then she is there till the dawn, daybreak. Dawn means daybreak, and then she goes. Oh, I feel her fond look on me. Fond means the look with affection, the look with love on me, as I listen to the rain. Refrain. Refrain means the music of the rain, or the sound that has been produced by the rain when it falls on the wooden roof, which is played upon the shingles by the pattern of the rain. Okay, so this sound is played by the rain on the roof. Okay, that is the third stanza. That was it. Now we've got a couple of figure of speeches used, which I've already mentioned. Alliteration, personification, I've already told you. The other one is onomatopoeia. Onomatopoeia is the figure of speeches used for sound. As over here the word pattern is, it describes it describes the sound of the rain. So therefore this poetic device onomatopoeia has been used out here. Okay, go through the video, and if any problems regarding any of the word, any of the term, or any of the figure of speeches, you can bring them up in the class tomorrow. Till then, stay safe and take care. Bye bye.